Good morning, welcome to Headline Focus here live on Core Politics with me, Rob Double. It is Tuesday the 28th of November 2017. Let's have a look at what's making the news. So, as you can see, there's pretty much only one story which is in the front pages today in terms of photographs and indeed in terms of headlines. Let's pause on that for a second. Let's have a look at some of the other stuff which is creeping in. Let's look at The Guardian, which covers Brexit and then Brexit reports. Now, Brexit Secretary David Davis could be in contempt of Parliament after releasing heavily redacted reports of the impact of leaving the EU to the EU Select Committee, the Brexit Select Committee. Now, when I say heavily redacted, basically he took out all of the information which a lot of the MPs on the Select Committee wanted to know about. So a lot of the juicy stuff regarding, the government's weaknesses or the UK's weaknesses in terms of financial stability or negotiating position and stuff like this. Now, David Davis has said he refused to include anything market sensitive and refuses to share anything market sensitive with Parliament because it will undermine the Brexit negotiating position. MPs, however, are accusing David Davis of leaving out politically embarrassing information as well, and therefore there's a big dispute about that at the moment. There's undoubtedly going to be more lines on that today as Westminster starts waking up. Next up in the Times, you can see Labour purge of centrists. Now, according to the Times, there is a purge of centrist local councillors in the Labour Party as left-wing supporters of Jeremy Corbyn are basically forcing politicians, councillors to stand down or to resign or to not go for selection again, and in favour of candidates who are basically supported by the Momentum campaign group. Now, this is something that has been a long theme of the Jeremy Corbyn leadership. When he first got elected, when the first Momentum started, there was always this scepticism that this was just about taking over the Labour Party and making it a hard left political group, rather than the sort of broad church centrist hard left factions which make up it so far. It's basically a big power struggle. Very interesting report there in the Times. Let's have a look at what's in focus though at a main story stand. Now, this wasn't really in any of the papers today, but it's very, very important, particularly on an international front, because Pope Francis is continuing his trip to Myanmar. Now, this is a place which is being accused of textbook ethnic cleansing by international bodies. And so, very, very delicate meeting there for the Pope. He's due to meet the de facto leader, Aung San Suu Kyi, today. Sky saying that the Pope, however, will not see any access to the Rohingya Muslim campsites, rather, where they're being sort of held currently in the country, blocked due to security concerns, according to the Myanmar government and the Myanmar security forces. The Pope, I should say, whilst he's been there, has stressed the importance of unity in diversity, but has, however, made no mention to the Muslim Rohingya who have fled en masse to Bangladesh, obviously following the military crackdown a few months ago. Myanmar's powerful army chief has told Pope Francis that there is no religious discrimination in the country as well. Check out the international news feeds if you want to know more of that. Certainly more of that will be coming out today as the hours tick on. One more story then, and you probably thought we weren't going to cover it. Of course we were going to cover it. The royal wedding. So Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Prince Harry proposed to Miss Markle earlier this month over a roast chicken supper, as you do. And we're expecting more details of the wedding itself later today. Predicted to be in the springtime, not in April, however, because that's when Catherine Middleton is expecting her third child. But that is happy news. Oh, however, I should say the government has already confirmed there will likely be no bank holiday on the wedding day itself to celebrate. So, bit of a mixed news there. That's pretty much it for today. You're up to date. Don't forget you can find all the latest on what we're doing here on Core Politics on our Facebook page and on Twitter. But from me, Rob Double, and all the team here at Core London, have a fantastic Tuesday.